Eileen Gu reflects on hard work after winning silver at 2026 Olympics. Eileen Gu just added to her Olympic medal collection on Monday. This is after the 22-year-old finished second in the women's freeski slopestyle final of the 2026 Milan Cortina Olympics. This was Gu's second silver medal in the Olympics and her fourth overall. She won 2 gold medals in the 2022 Beijing Olympics at the big air and halfpipe competitions. Gu was born and raised in San Francisco, California. However, she chose to represent China in international competition. Her mother, Yang Jiyu, is a first-generation immigrant to the US. Gu's father is American. Jiyu took to social media to send a powerful message after her latest Olympic success. Jiyu bagged the silver medal in the slopestyle competition in Beijing 4 years ago. She headed to the 2026 Winter Games looking to add the elusive gold to her collection. Jiyu, however, had to settle for second behind Mathilde Grimaud of Switzerland. Grimaud made history by becoming the first ever back-to-back gold medal winner of the slopestyle competition. She edged out Jiyu by just 0.38 points in a thrilling battle on Monday. Jiyu was extremely proud of her achievement. In a lengthy Instagram post, the decorated freestyle skier expressed how she's proud to put my best out there when it counted today, during the most progressive women's slopestyle contest ever. Jiyu also came to an admission about how challenging her journey to the 2026 Games has been. This last year has felt like making up for the previous 3. I have never worked so hard for anything in my life, Jiyu wrote. Beyond overcoming doubt and fear and injury, I feel I am finally progressing in my skiing again. Being better today than I was yesterday is the most fulfilling part of skiing in life, and I'm so happy to have re-entered that sacred state at the time when I needed it most. Gu's heartfelt admission quickly drew attention on social media. Woo! Congrats lovey! Red heart # responded US snowboarding icon Chloe Kim. Proud. Great job Eileen person raising both hands in celebration person with praying hands red heart # Norwegian skier Berk Ruud commented. Beyond amazing. Congratulations. Red heart # a reaction red. Congratulations. Clapping hands sign reacted Sports Illustrated swimsuit. Seeing you smile at the end mattered more than the color of the medal smiling face with heart-shaped eyes so grateful you finished safe and proud of you beyond words red heart # a fan wrote. You've shown the whole world that there's no limit to what's possible. You gave it your absolute best and went beyond yourself and because of that, countless people will find the courage to push further too. Sorry to everyone else, but our Eileen Gu is simply the best in the world. We'll be right behind you on your next journey, watching you create more legendary moments. You'll always be our pride. Red heart # another declared. Gu will have 2 more opportunities to win gold at the 2026 Olympics. She will compete in the halfpipe and big air events. Gu is the reigning champion in both events and will look to defend her crowns against elite competition. Eileen Gu reflects on hard work after winning silver at the 2026 Olympics. The snow-covered mountains of Livigno, Italy, shimmered under the bright winter sun as thousands of spectators watched the world's best freestyle skiers compete at the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan Cortina. Among them stood one of the sport's brightest stars, Eileen Gu, a young athlete whose name had already become synonymous with excellence, resilience, and fearless ambition. When the final scores appeared on the giant screen, Gu had secured the silver medal in the women's freestyle skiing slopestyle event, finishing just behind Switzerland's Mathilde Grimaud. For many athletes, a silver medal at the Olympics would be the pinnacle of a lifetime. Yet for Gu, who had already set records and won gold medals in previous competitions, the moment carried deeper meaning. It was not just about the medal, it was about the journey, the relentless effort, and the countless hours of preparation that had led her to that moment. Standing in the cold mountain air, Gu reflected not on what she had lost, but on what she had gained through hard work, perseverance, and the courage to push beyond limits. The journey to the Olympic stage. Eileen Gu's story is one of determination and passion that began long before the Olympic spotlight. Born and raised in San Francisco, Gu grew up surrounded by diverse cultures and opportunities. Skiing entered her life at a young age, thanks to family trips to the mountains. What started as a recreational activity soon transformed into a deep passion. By the time she was a teenager, Gu was already performing tricks that stunned experienced athletes. Her balance, creativity, and fearless approach to skiing set her apart from others. However, becoming an Olympic athlete was never an easy path. Behind every breathtaking jump and flawless landing were years of training, early morning practices, and moments of frustration. There were injuries, setbacks, and days when progress seemed impossible. But Gu never stopped pushing forward. "I've always believed that success comes from effort," she once explained in an interview. "If you work hard enough and believe in what you're doing, incredible things can happen." That belief would eventually guide her to the world's biggest stage. The pressure of expectations. By the time the 2026 Winter Olympics arrived, Ji was already a global superstar. She had achieved remarkable success in the 2022 Beijing Olympics, where she won gold medals in big air and halfpipe, along with a silver medal in slopestyle. With such an impressive record, expectations surrounding her performance in 2026 were enormous. Fans, media, and sponsors all anticipated another golden performance. But the Olympics are unpredictable. Every athlete competing in the finals had spent years preparing for the same moment. The difference between gold and silver could be a fraction of a point, a single landing, or even the slightest change in weather conditions. Ji knew this better than anyone. Rather than allowing the pressure to overwhelm her, she focused on the things she could control: her training, her mindset, and her love for the sport. The slopestyle final. The women's slopestyle event in Livigno brought together some of the most talented freestyle skiers in the world. The course featured a series of rails, jumps, and technical obstacles that required both creativity and precision. Athletes had 3 runs to perform their best tricks, with judges scoring them based on difficulty, style, and execution. Gu's first run was solid, demonstrating the elegant style and technical skill that had made her famous. However, the competition was fierce. Mathilde Grimaud delivered a nearly flawless run, earning a score just high enough to take the lead. Ji pushed herself in the following runs, attempting increasingly difficult tricks. At one point, she struggled with a challenging aerial maneuver nicknamed the disaster trick, missing it on her first 2 attempts before finally landing it in the final run. When the final scores were announced, Ji stood in second place, only 0.38 points behind the gold medalist. It was a narrow margin, but it was still an incredible achievement. A different perspective on silver. After the competition, reporters asked Ji an unusual question. Did she see the result as 2 silvers gained or 2 golds lost? For many athletes, such a question,